My name is JT Jones, and I'm going to talk about the metric conversion. The metric system is used for measurements using prefixes such as deci, kilo, milli, etc., commonly used in medical science and technical careers. The metric system was first adopted by France in 1790s, but the first time it was actually used as a requirement was in 1920s by Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg. In 1893, the United States adopted the metric measurement standards for the length and mass, making the normal foot, pound, tablespoon, etc. in meters and kilometers. Although the new metric system was picked up and recognized, it was not urged on the United States nation to utilize. So far, only three nations have not converted to the metric system. The United States is one of those nations. A few of our everyday utensils, measuring cups and scales, or even speedometers reference the metric system along with the U.S. customary system. Basically, in 1988, the NASA navigation team wrote their calculations in meters and millimeters, but the designed spacecraft by Lockheed Martin built it using the data in English system of meet, feet, and pounds, which caused confusion with the liftoff team. Unfortunately, this small mistake resulted in a $125 million lost orbiter. As an adolescent, I learned a simple phrase to help in converting decimals on a metric system. King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. The phrase allowed me to memorize what each prefix was and which direction to move the decimal, either multiplying or dividing to make it bigger or smaller to the next unit. Next, we're going to do a two-step conversion. So we have 0.05 kilometers equals how many centimeters? Looking at the chart, we notice kilometers is at the far left and centimeters is at the right, which means we have to multiply up in order to get the amount for the centimeters. But first, what we're going to do is take kilometers and get it to meters first, then go from meters to centimeters. So we have 0.05 kilometers times 1,000 meters, since every 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. And since we want to cancel out the kilometers, we're going to put the meters over 1 kilometer. 0.05 times 1,000 equals 50 meters. And for step 2, we're going to go from meters to centimeters. And we notice that every 1 meter equals 10 centimeters. So we're going to do 50 meters times 10 centimeters, which equals 5,000 centimeters. So 0.05 kilometers equals 5,000 centimeters. So our answer is going to be 0.16 milligrams equals 0.00016 grams. Next, I'm going to show a way that the concept is used with a full cell program. So graphic designers have to basically convert design measurements for clients, such as floor plans, posters, brochures, etc. These measurements are based on whatever the client requests, so they can range from centimeters, meters, or whatever the case may be. Here we have a poster conversion with a client that makes a request for a 28 by 36 poster design. But basically, if it's put in centimeters but the designer works in millimeters, it's okay to do a conversion to put it in the way that it's used to, but also keeping in mind that as a designer, if the customer requests centimeters, it must be put back in centimeters when it's time for it to actually print. But here, since we know that centimeters is 1/10 smaller than millimeters, or on the chart it's to the left of it, means we have to multiply. So millimeters is 10 times larger than centimeters. So we're multiplying the centimeters by 10 to get the conversion done. So we have 28 times 10, which equals 280 meters, and I'm sorry, millimeters, and we have 36 by 10, which equals 360. So basically, in millimeters, that would read 280 by 360. So the next industry that uses this concept would be sports management. In the sports industry, there is often a metric to U.S. customary conversion. So basically, we have a star volleyball player that jumped 75 centimeters off of the sand. How many inches is that off of the U.S. customary conversion? So we know that looking at the chart, 1 centimeter equals 0.39370 inches. So basically, since we know the amount of the centimeters, we would multiply that by the amount of inches, and it comes to 28.30 inches, which basically converts to the volleyball player jumping 28.30 inches off of the sand. That makes the end of my presentation. Here are my references and my credit for my sessions and library research.